uh you could say that like there is a form of expectations like for us in our situations. You know, not just
Yeah,
our situations, but just anything that we do, anything that we take time and put time into, you know, we got expectations. Like even coming on this podcast, like we got
yeah.
expectations. We not just having fun with this shit. You know what I'm saying? We actually talk about this off camera and all this, whatever.
And we
And
gotta
so,
go. We want
you know
to
what I'm
expect.
saying? Right. And so, you know, and some in some sense you want to succeed and win at everything that you do, but that's not always the case. You know what I'm saying? My question to you is it's a double question, and
Mhm.
you just answer it accordingly. The first question is, are you okay with defeat? And then the second question to that, it
Defeat.
are you okay with defeat? And then the
Oh,
second
defeat.
question to
Defeat.
that is, how do you deal with defeat?
Yeah, I'm okay with defeat. Defeat
Mm-hmm,
is a part of the process, part
mm-hmm,
of life. You win, 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 win. I just watched a clip of Michael Jordan. It was a short clip,
yeah,
and every person that got picked before him,
yeah,
like in his high school basketball team on the roster, he
yeah,
remembered that person's name, and they became like good friends eventually. But it was like, nah, I'm coming to take his spot. They
yeah,
already got the college. They put 4 dudes on the Sports Illustrated.
yeah,
He was mad at the coach and his 4 teammates.
yeah,
So, these dudes ain't better than me.
yeah,
So it's like in his mind, it's like, okay, these people they think they better than me. I'm gonna show them, and they had no idea Mike was out to get them on the same team as Mike. But
yeah,
anyways, like you need defeat. It teaches you a lot.
yeah,
It can like be motivation for you. It can drive you. It can put you to the next level. So like, it's being a bad thing. I haven't won at everything. It sucked,
yeah,
but you need it. I feel
yeah,
like we
yeah,
see it in football. Like you see teams on winning streaks, and they finally get that loss, and they kind of relight that
yeah,
flame.
yeah.
So
Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And then
sometimes.
sometimes that defeat is just like irreparable. You know, you in the playoffs, you in the NFC championship, and you lose, and that's it. You gotta wait a whole nother 20 games potentially in next season, you know, a whole year from that week. You know what I'm saying? I
But
can only imagine what that's like.
we seen what the Eagles did when they got defeated, and they came back to that same team.
Yeah.
It was a
You know,
different team second time around.
absolutely. You know, I'm kind of just like you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you know, when I pose that question that way because I know the majority of people will say, nah, because you know, everybody want to sound like they just got a winning mentality, but in reality, a situation is like, especially if you playing like team sports, but just at life in general, like, you know, sometimes you might grab the wrong piece to the puzzle. And you know what I'm saying? And the other person grabbed the right piece this time. And like you
Mm-hmm.
just learn, you learn your lessons. I think that, bro, literally the greatest winners of all time is probably one loss that made them so great. Like one
Mm-hmm.
loss. You know what I'm saying? It just might have been that one when you was 9 years old and it just meant the most to you. And just every single time you find yourself like not motivated, you just pull out
Remember
of
that?
that same bag of that same loss. You know, so like you said, to your point, I feel like, excuse me, I feel like um I ain't gonna say defeat is a mindset. I mean, like not a mind. I'm not gonna say it's a mindset or a
It's
concept, but
necessary.
yeah, I just feel like, you know, it's just what is defeat? You know what I'm saying? Like it's restrictions on everything. So if you talking sports, like, okay, yeah, you lost, but that's because they set a time limit. What if y'all would have just
Mm-hmm.
played for 5 years straight? You know what I'm saying? Like how would it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just how you look at shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
because like even my way of dealing with defeat is just kind of like reassessing and just kind of like taking ownership. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, like shit, we lost because I played, you know, I was fucked up today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
shit, like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm supposed to do, like, rewind time? I can't rewind time. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I can
saying?
learn from this and be better for the next time.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I had that was a question that I had wanted to ask, you know what I'm saying, the team as well, because it's just like, you know, I don't want to make it just about me either, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
man, I felt like I felt defeated so many times just in this process of like trying to like be an artist or like trying to say, say I'm gonna do a podcast. Like I literally got a note in my phone from like 2018 that said I was gonna do a podcast, and I didn't start podcasting until like 2020, 2023. Like 2023. Yeah, I was doing it by myself at first.
Yeah. By yourself, you posting. Yeah.
And it was kind of like an outlet for me, you know what I'm saying? At the time, that's when everything my pops and shit. But like, I wanted change, and God made a way, because I really don't know what I'm doing a lot of times with this shit. Like, we was recording music last night, and it was just kind of funny to me that like I don't know shit about like how to record, you know what I'm saying? But I was just doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it all stems from just kind of like being, I'm a spiritual person, so I think it all stems from just being somebody that God can work with. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people that just talk shit but don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And this is like, you got people who are, they first they first lost. They like, see, I knew it. I shouldn't have never ever done it. I should have. That's why I said I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of. But it's just kind of like
lose. That's the difference.
Right. It's just like you go ahead. My bad.
That's the difference. You're not afraid to lose. You're not afraid to be defeated. Like, that's the cool thing. That's how you learn. Like, literally, babies literally learn how to walk because they keep falling. They get up and try. They fall again. They try again. They fall, and then all of a sudden, that baby is running.
Mm-hmm.
For real, like that's just the process. Like, some people are afraid to start because they're really afraid of fear and failing and all that kind of shit. And other people's like, hey, I don't mind fucking failing. At least I tried.
Right.
Then you keep trying and trying, and then you succeed. And that's the difference, I think.
Right. I think that a winner mentality is not, to your point, is not all about winning.
No.
It's about, you know what I'm saying, like putting in the work to be a winner. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I mean, I think an 85% win ratio is that's a B plus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm just saying, like, I just threw out a crazy percentage, but my whole point is like,
in baseball, what's a good batting percentage in baseball?
Like 300 and up.
300. That's just think about that.
Yeah.
It's like 30%.
Even like high 200s is understandable, because you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you could put bat to ball every time you get up to bat, but if it's all pop flies and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. I put that in football terms.
You ain't getting no hits. Like, it don't count for shit.
Think about this. If you throwing at 65% of football, that's great.
Yeah, for real. You connecting on 65% of your passes?
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, 65% without, I ain't the smartest mathematician, but that mean, what that mean? 6 or 7 of your 10 passes was catches.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, that's real good, actually. You know what I'm saying? To help me, who really give a fuck about the 3 that didn't? You know what I'm saying?
Like, care.
Yeah, for real. So, yeah, like I said, I think that winning just a mentality. I do think, to your point, you have to be like willing to, like, excuse me. You got to be willing to continue to like pursue. It's kind of like an animal when they hunting. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, they might bite the gazelle, but the gazelle get loose and take off running again. It's like, shit, you're not gonna eat tonight if you don't catch this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you better get it cracking, because he already got a 50-yard head start on y'all. He gone. He ain't stopping. Shit.
One little juke, you done.
He's trying to win for his life. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, I think it's a mentality.